Welcome. Today we are diving into 8 English idioms that do way more than just add a little flavor to your language. They actually inspire action. We're going to look at phrases that can spark motivation, create a sense of urgency, and just make your communication so much more powerful.
So let me ask you this. How do you tell someone to get a move on without just saying hurry up? Because let's be honest, sometimes that just doesn't cut it. The right phrase can turn a simple request into a really powerful call to action. And in this explainer, we're going to give you 8 of the very best.
All right, first up, we're looking at idioms that are all about getting that initial spark going. You know, these are the phrases you use to get past hesitation, to get a project off the ground, and to turn those great ideas into actual action.
This one comes straight from a blacksmith's forge. See, a smith has to hammer and shape the metal when it's glowing red hot. If they wait too long, the iron cools down, and that perfect moment is just gone. It's a fantastic metaphor for seizing an opportunity right when it appears.
For example, you might say, you should apply for that job now, strike while the iron is hot. You can really feel the urgency there, can't you? The opportunity is right here, right now, but it might not be there tomorrow.
Okay, so seizing a perfect moment is one thing. But what if that opportunity is also a huge, intimidating challenge? Well, for that, we have this incredible idiom. This isn't about tiptoeing around a problem. It's about marching right up to it and confronting it head-on with courage. It's the perfect way to describe someone taking decisive control of a tough situation. Just picture this scenario. She decided to take the bull by the horns and start her own business. Wow! Starting a business is a massive challenge, and this phrase just perfectly captures the kind of bravery that takes.
All right, moving from bravery to just pure speed. This next one is way more direct and informal. Get the lead out is a classic no-nonsense way to tell someone to speed things up. The idea is that lead is a really heavy metal, so if you get it out, you'd be able to move a whole lot faster.
You'd probably hear it used just like this. Come on, get the lead out. We're going to be late. It's casual, it's urgent, and it gets the point across instantly. You'd definitely say this to a friend, but maybe not to your boss.
So, while get the lead out is a direct command, what do you do when you need to create motivation in somebody else? That's where this comes in. The key here is that the motivation is external. You're not just hoping someone will act, you're the one providing that push, that spark of pressure they need to get going.
Here's an example. The coach lit a fire under the team before the final match. You can just picture that intense motivational speech in the locker room, right? It's all about creating that drive in other people.
Okay, so far we've covered idioms for getting started. Now, let's level up. Let's look at phrases for when you need to do more than just begin. You need to give it your all, push the boundaries, and make the biggest impact possible.
This phrase actually comes from old pipe organs. Pulling out the stops on an organ would let air flow through all the pipes, creating the maximum possible volume. So when you pull out all the stops, you're using every single resource you have at your disposal. You're holding nothing back.
In practice, it sounds like this. We pulled out all the stops to make the event perfect. That tells you they didn't just do a good job, they did absolutely everything in their power to make sure that event was a success.
Now, pulling out all the stops is about using every tool you have. But what if you need to invent a whole new tool? That's when you push the envelope. This is the idiom of the innovator, the artist, the pioneer. It's all about testing the limits of what people think is possible and stepping into brand new territory.
For instance, this artist always pushes the envelope with his designs. That sentence immediately tells you that his work is groundbreaking, it's challenging, and it's probably unlike anything you've ever seen before.
So pushing the envelope creates something totally new. But sometimes the action you need is to change something that's already there. Use this when a situation has become stale or boring, or just isn't working anymore. Shaking things up means introducing new ideas to bring in fresh energy and make improvements. It's about disrupting the status quo for the better.
Here's a common one. The new manager wants to shake things up in the office. That one little sentence lets everyone know that big changes are coming. New routines, new strategies, maybe a whole new vibe.
You know, shaking things up often happens because there's a problem that needs to be fixed. And to fix it for good, you need to take this action. This is a call for an investigation. It's not about finding a quick, temporary fix. It's about digging deep to find the real root cause of an issue.
The seriousness of this phrase really comes through in an example like this. We need to get to the bottom of this mistake before it causes more problems. The tone is just so determined. It signals a real commitment to finding the truth no matter what. All right, we've looked at idioms for sparking action and for pushing the limits. Now let's bring it all together so you can start putting these awesome phrases to use. And here they are, all 8 idioms in one place. From seizing that perfect moment with strike while the iron is hot, to bravely facing a challenge with take the bull by the horns, all the way to innovating with push the envelope. This is your new toolkit for getting things done.
So as you look at this list, think about your week ahead. Think about the projects you're working on, the conversations you're going to have. Which one of these powerful idioms will you use first? Thanks so much for joining me.